Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Holiday Doc. Thanks for tuning into the OCC. Today is our very first episode of the OCC Daily. Haven't really come up with a news title or a title for the show covering the news. Kind of doesn't make sense, but we're working on it, and I figured I just need to get some content out because I really love where this channel's headed and the amount of support that we're getting. So, with that being said, we're going to be talking about two major issues here in the community that have come up today. Number one, rule changes for the $1 Million Tournament. Today they announced via Sundance, the MLG CEO, and the company Scuff Gaming that in fact at the $1 Million Tournament you are going to be allowed to use Scuff Gaming's controllers. Now this is a hot topic because a lot of pros are either on one side or the other. There's no in between with this subject. You either like the idea of playing with a Scuff, or you completely hate it and think it's cheating. Now, because this is a show, there's obviously going to be opinions, and I have an opinion myself. Now, I don't feel like Scuff Gaming is allowing people to use a modded whatever. And I understand that sounds kind of strange, but I feel like a lot of people who play Claw have a clear advantage over the rest of us. I can't play Claw. I physically cannot do it. It hurts my finger to the point where I can't pick up a controller anymore. I've tried. I tried to play Claw in Black Ops 1. It just didn't work. Now, Scuff Gaming has produced a controller that allows you to essentially have all the advantages of playing Claw, but without actually having to conform your fingers in the different sort of way. Now, I'm an advocate of allowing an even playing field. And that also brings into some questions as well. Well, Doc, if you're going to allow a playing or even playing field, how are you going to allow certain people to have Scuff controllers while others can't? And I guess the answer is, well, if you're a pro gamer at this point and you're in the top 8 or top 16, chances are you're going to be able to invest whatever it takes to play at the level that you want to compete at. That means you're going to have a top-notch monitor, a 1 millisecond, 2 millisecond response time. You're going to have a top-notch headset, Astro or whatever. You're going to have the best controller out there. That's just how it is. And people want to translate that to a sport. Well, you're not going to play at the NHL level and have high school level equipment. It just doesn't really work that way, right? So that's my take on that. You guys can leave your opinions and comments down below, and I'd really like to, on the next OCC Daily, take your opinions and discuss them and take your comments, and we'll bring them up and we'll go over them. Next big thing, and this is a sore topic. Online qualifiers for Dallas. I don't even know where to begin because I don't feel like the online qualifiers were run or designed or ruled properly at all. I feel like it was a horrible idea and it shouldn't have been done online at all. And the rules should have been significantly different. But I guess that's a whole new topic on its own. Let's talk about the issue at hand. Rescheduling your matches to help the other teams out. Now, the specific match we're talking about today is FaZe versus Hex P. They were supposed to play tonight, and it turned out that Folsom has a playoff hockey match tonight that he cannot miss. Now, you may right there be like, it's hockey. What's the big deal? He'll miss one game, yada, yada, yada. Well, you may not know, Folsom plays essentially one level below farm team. So he's 2 levels below NHL. He's looking to get drafted this year or next year. And he could have a promising career ahead of him. Whereas you have to take and you look at his team. Like, what did they do? Well, number one, how did he just find out that his playoff match was tonight? Apparently he just got noticed yesterday that he wasn't going to be able to make the team game tonight. So, first thing he did was contact Hex P. Ask them, hey, here's the issue. Can we work something out? Can we reschedule? And at first, from what I hear, Folsom told me that they were okay with the idea of rescheduling. And then all of a sudden today, we're here and there's a big Twitter kerfuffle. And I have to admit, I was quick to jump on the bandwagon, the hate wagon, if you want to call it that. And I apologize for that, because hindsight 2020, you look back and you have to really take it from both sides of the coin. You can't just be opinionated and agree with one team or agree with the other. You have to look at both teams and adjust to yourself what's really going on and really identify what's going on. So you look at it from HexP's side. Well, if they don't reschedule, they're going to get the win. They're going to play 3v4, or they're just not going to show up at all. And that's going to put them within one game of placing top 12, which is going to give them a huge advantage at MLG Dallas. There's a lot on the line, so you have to evaluate the pros and cons. Now, here is a little bit more backstory. This is kind of why I got into it a little bit, because I feel like 2 AM teams at this point in the juncture need to be able to play, because you need to be able to see where you're actually going to line up against these other teams. I felt like FaZe versus HexP would have been a fantastic match. It would have been very even and entertaining to watch. I wanted to watch it. A lot of other people wanted to watch it. So, what do you do? And this is where I need you guys. You know, what would you do if you were in either side's shoes? Nobody's wrong or right in this situation. It is what it is. There's a schedule. They signed on board to, and they agreed to play said schedule. Now, when I contacted HexP for an official kind of statement, I got HexP Gaming's, their manager, I guess. He said, the team will be available to play today at the scheduled time. We spoke with FaZe for 20 minutes, and the decision was made by both sides that they're not going to be able to move the match to another day. They just don't want to do it. It doesn't work, whatever the reasons are. Where does this put FaZe? Well, now FaZe is obviously going to be very upset. You know, tempers are going to flare. People are going to say shit on Twitter. It's just how it is. But in HexP's defense, you have to realize the bigger picture. Okay, it may look like you're going to take a pretty easy win. But if that win is going to allow you to potentially take home a top 8 spot at Dallas, and then allow you to go to the $1 million tournament, what do you do? Right? So, I feel sorry, and I do apologize for really, I was really opinionated when I shouldn't have been. And looking back at it, trying to see what's going on, I'm stuck in the middle. You know, it is what it is. Unfortunately for FaZe, it does look like they're going to have to forfeit this round. But such is the life of online tournaments. And, you know, good luck to both teams at the next event. So what are your guys' opinions? This is what I want to do, because I want to use all your opinions and comments, and I want to bring them to the next show, and then we'll discuss them, because I think this is a good forum to kind of interact with community and see exactly how everybody feels. You know, pros, AMs alike, you know, just spectators, and just get the whole picture, because the community is kind of divided, and this could be a good spot to get everybody on the same page. So, this has been our first episode of the Daily News and Talk on the OCC channel, Online Podcaster. I'm Holiday Doc. Thank you for tuning in. And by no means, no harm intended to either team. Love you both. You're both great AM teams, and the best of luck to you both.